Dereck, what's a team that has two floor spacing fives, so they have spacing pretty much the entire game?
It's just understanding the defensive principles. Instead of me protecting the paint, it's me rotating to either wing or rotating the corner. So it's just understanding where you are on the floor, understanding if you see where you need to rotate, it's getting there. Because there was one time where Jaylen Brown cut, I was supposed to rotate corner, I thought he was there, but he was at the rim. So it's just always moving your head, keeping your head in the swivel, and understanding where you are and who's in the game.
It was loud in that building, games 1 and 2. What are you expecting from your crowd tomorrow night?
Oh, they're going to be loud. I honestly didn't think it was that loud. And, there's a bunch of rumors about, how Boston's going to be so loud, so nasty. And I thought it was going to be worse. So just knowing that, it just makes you just want to go out there and perform in front of your own crowd.
Boston hasn't lost a game on the road so far this postseason. What do you guys need to do to make it challenging for them here?
Come out there, punch them in the mouth, Where I feel like we were doing a great job of guarding them, a great job of just going shot for shot with them the majority of the game. A lot of the games came down to us not being as sound at the defensive end in the fourth quarter, us making free throws and us being able to take care of the ball.
Except for Curry, you guys never played in the finals. Is there something that you already learned that you didn't know about the finals?
I feel like whenever you're in games like this, you find out who you really are. You understand what you really want out of this, who you really are. It's understanding that whenever you're on the bench, you hear your teammates just locked into the game. There's nothing else going on in the world that can take your focus away from what's going on in the finals. There's no other feeling that you want to be in. There's no other place you want to be.
Dereck, you've been mic'd up quite a few times this postseason. What's that process like?
It's kind of hard to make sure I don't slip up and say anything too inappropriate to me. But I'm just out there trying to make sure my people hear me. Everybody in the team knows that if I'm mic'd up, making sure you don't say anything too crazy to me. But they know that I'm gonna talk to them on the defensive side, talk to them on the offensive side, and even if they fall down, I'm picking them back up, make sure they get positive words of encouragement.
Have you enjoyed doing it? Like it seems like they're.
I feel like they keep coming back to me because I feel like they like what they're getting. So I'm gonna continue to put on the show, continue to do what I do, and talk.
What are some of the keys to beating a team that hadn't lost a game in over a month?
Just continue to be aggressive. Try to win each possession. Try to win the little battles. The rebounding game, the diving on the floor, the loose balls. All the little things is going to come down to a win. It's not just the big shots. It's not just the big plays. It's the little plays that's going to give us the boost, to give us the extra steps that we need, so we can get a fresh breath of fresh air.
Wow.
Harry struggled a bit at home, on the road, over 8 3-pointers, what have you, in Boston. What do you expect from him here at home in game 3?
I feel like he's going to be comfortable. He's going to get into his game. He's going to get to his spots and understand that, if he's not making threes, he's going to get to the rim. If he's not getting to the rim, he's got a mid-range game. And he's always going to draw too. So he's going to be able to find people spotting up, find people on the roll, cutting, and just being able to play a good game of basketball.
Hey, Dereck, how would you describe Daniel Gafford as a player, and what was your first impressions of him, and what has he meant to this team?
Gafford, big bro, up at the Twin Tower. We go out there, we're the voices on the floor, we're the heartbeat, making sure that when we're in, we're telling everybody to press up, we're telling everybody we need to get out and run, and just playing with a certain level of confidence. You have someone talking behind you, knowing that you don't have to be as defensively sound, you just have to sit into the big. And having that happen, it just develops that much trust, develops that much more chemistry with a team that has just been together for, only a couple of months. So it just makes us know that we got each other's backs.
What do you feel like the difference between Boston and some other teams you guys have faced so far?
You could say that they spread out, they space the floor, they do all that, but they're a very sound team. They understand what they're going to do, they understand what they're going to do without talking. They read each other, they know how to play off each other because you've been a team for a while. They know how to play with each other. So whenever you're playing a team like that, you got to be even more dialed into what's going on in the court. Understanding who's matchups, who's on the floor, and how to guard them and how to exploit the weaknesses.
Hey, Dereck, how was Coach Sweeney help you develop?
I wouldn't be here without Sweeney. No. Me and Sweeney workouts go way back to, I think 3 days after I was drafted. I couldn't make a left-hand hook. So just knowing that whenever I started versus where I am now, I wouldn't be here without Sweeney, pushing me, encouraging me, watching consistent film, and understanding how to read the game. He's always going to be that little, devil on the shoulder telling you to go harder. But, that's an amazing person to have your back, to have.
Dereck, when you look at your defense this postseason, you guys have deterred a lot of guys in the paint. Boston has gotten there pretty easily. If anything, just to touch the paint, kick out. What's been so difficult for you guys defending the paint this series?
I wouldn't say it's difficult. I feel like our main focus has been getting them off the three-point line because I feel like they start. Threes are going to beat teams more than twos. So we're going to play the game and let them get to the rim, let them play with the ball, take a shot at 4 seconds left on the clock. or if they got to take a pull-up two, then they take a pull-up two, and we take the ball out and we get going. But whenever they drive into the paint, everyone clashes, they get a kick-out three, they get another trail three, they get another transition three. That's what's going to beat us. So we know that if we're going to let them make some shots because they're all going to be great players. So we're going to let them take the twos and not going to let them take the threes.
Dereck, I apologize if you've been asked this a lot, but have you allowed yourself to like step back and think about the fact that you're in the NBA Finals as a rookie?
You know, I feel like that's kind of hard to do. You know, I've been so lost in the moment of just trying to understand, try to get better, and just try to adapt. You know, I haven't had a second to be like, shit, I'm 20 and I'm in the NBA Finals. You know, I really don't think I'm 20. I feel like I'm 25. These years feel like a long time. But, you know, I've just been in a mindset of understanding the day-to-day situations and what I need to do to get better and be prepared for tomorrow.
Kyrie's only got 28 points these first two games. What do you guys got to do to get him going?
Make sure that, you know, we're getting him to his spots. You know, there's going to be two and a half people trying to come in and defend him, trying to make sure he's getting uncomfortable. We're trying to get the ball out of his hands. Okay, we're going to get him in transition. We're going to get him a couple easy buckets so he has a nice touch and he's starting to feel his rhythm. And then whenever he bangs a three in, and everyone's like, oh wow, you know, that's not new to us. We know that he's going to take some time to, you know, get into his rhythm, get into what he needs to. And whenever he does, you know, that's when everyone's going to quiet down.
Porzingis got a little banged up in game two. What did you guys do well against him in particular in game two?
Hit him. You know, I feel like that was one of the main things that we needed to do was come out and be more physical. No matter if that's screens, rolling, rebounding, or even just hitting guys when they're boxing you out. Just trying to be the aggressor. You know, whenever they came out and they punched us the first game, we knew that we needed to do something different in the second game. That's what we did.
Dereck, apologies if you've already been asked this, but I know a lot of you guys were emphasizing that you guys need to maybe get more on defense. Is there anything you guys have done in the coming days in practice to emphasis on that?
Just understanding our principles. You know, we question our principles, we question our talk with one another, not the coaches, but understanding what we're thinking when we're in those moments. You know, everyone's going to think about one thing, but you're never really going to know what they're thinking until you ask and talk. So it's just understanding how each of us view the game and talking to one another to make sure that we can challenge each other and we can understand what we are all thinking so that we can help each other out.
Do you have any examples of that? Something that kind of cleared up that you guys talked about it?
For example, just understanding we're trying to keep the big man low, not allowing Kyrie or Josh Green to be low, and trying to have either me, Maxey, or Gaff be low, and even PJ. You know, trying to either get someone to kick out to go corner, or understanding that there's going to be a big on the rotation and a four guard in the five.
Dereck,
What's up, kid?
Bump the Basketball, man. It's your favorite song on the album, Gunna.
That's a real hard question. I got to re-listen to it if I'm being honest.
All right,
Real?
I got another question for you.
Yeah.
I mean, same draft class. You know, the beginning. Did you think not only, you know, would you be starting and playing, but obviously your role changed in the middle of the year. But, you know, would you think you'd be into the finals?
Coming into the season, I definitely didn't think I was going to the finals. You know, I thought it was going to be a long, hard journey of trying to, you know, fight for my spot, fighting who I could be. But, you know, I'm just grateful for coming to a team like Dallas. You know, they kind of set me up well, and, you know, they told me what I needed to do. And when it came to there, I was just trying to exploit what they told me to do. You know, let's not blow past the fact my man's holding it down in Utah, too.
Appreciate that.
I got you, my boy.
Good seeing you, man.
Sure.